hidden high up in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado in a remote and unmarked field is a secret monument honoring war veterans. The lonely tower of granite sits at more than 11,000 feet in a clearing among majestic peaks. CBS Sunday Morning and CBS national correspondent Lee Cowan made the long trek to the Soldierstone to unlock the mysteries surrounding it. Lee joins us now. Lee, good morning.
Morning, Tony. There is a lot of talk this time of year about the spirit of giving, but this is a story about duty that drove one man to build a very special gift that to this day remains a bit of a mystery.
The Continental Divide, that invisible mountain boundary that tells a river whether to flow east or west. But not everything up here is that clear cut. In a stand of trees, impossibly alone, sits this pillar of polished granite. Just what it is and how it got all the way up here has puzzled the hardy few who have found it for decades.
They just stumble on it and go, what the heck is this?
But we still don't really know that, right?
Well, that makes people think.
Rob Roy isn't comfortable talking about this mountaintop mystery, in part because he made a vow of silence to the man who built it, his late uncle, Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Allen Beckley, the soldier behind Soldierstone.
And this is kind of contrary to what Uncle Allen may have wanted. He doesn't want to beat the drum, but I'm beating the drum for him, and a lot of other people are.
By all accounts, Colonel Beckley was a soldier. He served for nearly a decade in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War.
If you know anything about Special Forces, Green Berets, they're the people that parachute behind the lines, and they work with indigenous people and help them defend themselves.
But most of what he was doing then, he couldn't really talk about.
Correct.
The troops he trained and served with had been secretly recruited by the CIA. Made up mostly of Hmong and Lao descent, this secret army took tens of thousands of casualties fighting communism in Southeast Asia, lives that otherwise might have been American. But for decades, the U.S. government denied their sacrifice. In a recording Colonel Beckley made after he retired, it was clear that ignoring those foreign fighters haunted him long after the war had ended.
I made a silent promise to myself that they would have their memorial, and it would not just be in Asia, that their memorial would be in the United States as compatriots of ours.
I mean, this was a mission.
In 1990, Colonel Beckley set out to build his tribute with the help of a stonecutter by the name of Mike Donaldson.
So when he first described what he wanted to do, what did you think?
I thought he was a quack at first, and within 30 minutes I knew he wasn't.
Did he explain why he was building it?
It kind of got revealed to me over time that he did want it remote, and the people that needed to find it would find it.
We're just on top of the world.
This long-forgotten videotape documented the construction.
The start of the monument.
Civilians, active duty, and retired veterans made up the small army who unloaded 8 tons of hand-carved granite, not just for the pillar, but 36 so-called quote stones, weighing 300 pounds apiece, etched with a poem or a proverb written in Laotian, Thai, Vietnamese, among other languages, that were then scattered like fallen troops around the monument itself.
Watch over the ones that this statue is for.
In the summer of 1995, Colonel Beckley's memorial to foreign fighters was finally finished. It was the same year Colonel Beckley died of cancer. He never saw his offering in person.
When we walked away, it was done. That was the end of it. Besides a few people that stumbled across it on the Continental Divide Trail, nobody knew it was there.
Until this happened.
We come across this memorial out in the middle of nowhere.
In 2013, a YouTube post appeared. The secret of Soldierstone was out.
I read that the park rangers keep this location private.
We have tried very hard, as much as we can, to respect his vision, that it would be a spot where people would just sort of find it.
Ranger Tristram Post will help you find Colonel Beckley's Soldierstone, but only if you ask. She doesn't publicize the exact location, and neither will we.
So this is the official folder that we keep in here.
But I've never seen this, which is,
So we will share this.
that's very good.
Rob Roy had only seen pictures of his uncle's dream. Mike Donaldson hadn't seen it since he built it.
So it's not a walk in the park. It takes a little bit to get here. Yeah.
So they made the long drive in fresh fallen snow and then began the long hike. You have to really want to pay your respects way up here.
Mikey, you don't know how much I appreciate you come joining me up here, okay? I mean that. It's cool.
Once there, the solitude is part of the experience, as is leaving a token of military service.
For eternity, right?
After a quiet pause, it was time to go. And they, like everyone, left Soldierstone to its isolation.
Think the colonel would be proud?
Oh, I'm sure he's proud right now. I think a lot of people are proud.
Especially the memories of those, now no longer forgotten.
Now, although the Forest Service does watch over the memorial, it's been essentially volunteers who really keep it up. They manage the collection of mementos. They make sure that there's no graffiti. They clean up trash and things like that. So in the end of the day, really, Colonel Beckley did essentially what he wanted it to do.
Yeah.
But I guess the irony is that an act that selfless, I guess,
It's
can
such a
stay secret that
powerful-
long.
He never saw it.
But he saw the video, you said, of them building it?
He saw the video of them building it, so he had a sense, and he was very particular. There were reams and reams of letters that he wrote to the stonecutter and to the Forest Service and everything else about exactly how he wanted it.
Do we
Like,
know
knew what
how he
wanted
decided where to put it?
He did want it remote, as you heard. He had some private land in Colorado that he was thinking about putting it on, but he didn't think that was quite right. And for some reason, this spot spoke to him. And when he went and asked the Forest Service, could I put it there? They started all the procedures.
How did you know about it, Lee? It's such a beautiful tribute to
Yeah.
people who've really died for this country. How did you know?
You know, it was funny. It was a producer of ours who was searching on the internet for other things, for stories, and he happened to hit on this Google image of this, and he wondered what it was, and we started looking into it, and then we found that social media post, and it went from there. But it was hard to get folks to talk about it because they really didn't want to dishonor his memory. He wanted no association with it. He just wanted it there. And as you heard the guy say,
I love the idea that the people who need to find it will find
That's
it.
exactly what I was
Need
thinking.
to know only.
Yeah.
Need to know only.
Yep.
yeah,
Beautiful piece.
thanks.